This is the most hardcore form of revenge ever. The man is first shaved off, then he is strapped to an operating table. The doctor is down there pounding away, when the man wakes up again, to find that he has been transformed into a child. A series of complicated surgeries followed. The formerly handsome young man was completely transformed into a woman. Looking at himself in the mirror, he feels humiliated. When the doctor wasn't looking, the man tried to escape. But to his surprise, the doctor had already changed the lock on the door to a remote control device. It was impossible to escape. The man was forced to commit suicide, but to his surprise, the doctor was so skilled, he was brought back to life in minutes. A few weeks later the doctor removed the man's mask. He looked exactly like his late wife. The doctor gave him a new name, Vera. From then on, he was confined to his room, looking at the beautiful dress on the bed. Vera was at first furious. She frantically tore the dress apart, then she vacuumed it away. The doctor sent him cosmetics, trying to teach him to be a woman. Looking at all the feminine products on the floor, Vera left only the eyebrow pencil to write and keep track of time. The television channels were scarce. Vera has to do yoga to pass the time. To take care of Vera's life, the doctor has hired a professional nanny. 3 meals a day. All her daily necessities are transported via this small lift, like a canary in captivity. Gradually, Vera adapted to this life. She even put on a dress of her own accord. But one day the doctor came home to find Vera had committed suicide. The doctor immediately took him to the operating theater to save him. And so Vera came back to life. To make Vera's skin tougher, the doctor had developed a new type of skin. It's not afraid of fire, no mosquito bites. This doctor is the famous plastic surgeon Jack. He uses genetic modification technology, combining pig cells with the human body, creating new skin. Jack is thrilled to see his masterpiece, because this face was made in the likeness of his late wife. And so 6 years have passed. Vera's short hair had become long. The writing was all over the walls. Every day I practiced yoga and did crafts until this day. A strangely dressed man appeared. He was the nanny's son, Teddy. He was wanted for a robbery. He came here to ask for his mother's help. Looking at the sexy woman in the picture, Teddy doesn't startle the vamp. The babysitter confronts Teddy with a gun, but she's no match for Teddy. Who's too strong for her? Teddy tied the nanny up. Then he went into the room. That's when Jack came back. He saw Teddy playing with his own captive canary. In a fit of rage, he shot him dead. It turns out that Jack's wife had been in a car accident years ago. She was badly burned all over. She couldn't stand the sight of herself, so she chose to jump to her death. His daughter, who was playing nearby, witnessed the incident and she was severely disturbed. To help his daughter cope with her emotional state, Jack takes her to a party. She fell in love with a boy at first sight. She followed the boy to the woods in her ignorance. As a result of the boy's excessive behavior, scared her immature daughter. This worsens her condition. The father was determined to avenge his daughter's death. He first followed the motorbike, chased him all the way to the side of the road. Then he administered a dose of anesthetic. He loaded the car with the man. The boy wakes up to find himself trapped in a dark cave, chained to his hands and feet with no food. There was only a basin of cold water. No one answered his shouts. On the other hand, the boy's mother was informed by the police. The wreckage of a motorbike was found under a cliff. No body was found, but the mother was convinced that her son was not dead. Soon after, Jack's daughter, suffering from depression, also committed suicide by jumping off a building. The doctor couldn't bear the pain of losing his daughter. First he went to the cave and washed the boy clean with cool water and shaved the boy's beard off. Called his colleagues. He performed a special tie operation on him. He also made the boy's face look like that of his late wife. Swimming into his family's villa, the camera pans back to the present. Jack feels guilty, so he gives Vera her freedom. Little did he know that the two would develop a different kind of relationship. It's as if Vera doesn't want to run away and is content with this life. She even goes shopping with her nanny. One day Vera overheard. She saw a newspaper with a missing person. Her heart swelled again. While they were talking, Vera excused herself to go down and get something. When she came back again, Vera pulled out a gun. So all that submissiveness was just me pretending, just to get him to let his guard down. Then Vera shot Jack. Hearing the noise, the nanny came upstairs with the gun, but Vera, who was hiding under the bed, she took out the babysitter before she could be seen. After cleaning up the fingerprints, Vera escaped from the place where she had been imprisoned for 6 years, back at his mother's shop, but his family no longer recognized him, until Vera herself tells the truth. But facing his mother and wife, life afterwards is even more torturous.